Hey there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, Glam with Suzanne. For those that are new, welcome babes. And for those that are returning, welcome back. So today's video is actually going to be a little bit different for me. It's going to be a combination of a get ready with me for my hair install featuring Mslynn, but it also is going to be some information about my career and how I've been able to grow on social media, some tips, some tricks, just because I know a lot of you guys always ask, but I've never really done a video like this, and this was a great opportunity. So if that interests you, be sure to continue watching. And babes, you know the deal. If you're not part of my glam squad, what are you waiting for? All you have to do is smash the subscribe button and be sure to click the bell notification so you don't miss when I upload a brand new video. If you're interested in this look, it's going to be posted on my TikTok. But let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So the hair that I've been rocking is from Mslynn HAIR, and I'm going to show you how I installed it. It's super easy to do, really quick. So we're going to jump into the install portion really fast, and then let's get right into the social media and my career path and the growth that I've had here and some tips and tricks that I have for you. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and jump into the clip of the install. And babes, as you were able to see, the install was super easy, and I feel like black hair is really kind of like my go-to. It's my natural color. It's also the color that I feel like looks the most impactful with makeup. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But this hair is absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much to Mslynn. Now the video today and the topic today, actually courtesy of Mslynn, is going to be career lady. So I'm really excited about this just simply because I know that a lot of you do ask, and I usually do go back and forth in direct messages giving you some tips and tricks, but there's never really been a place where I can sit down and talk about it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So a little bit about me. I actually have a makeup artistry background, but my thing that I went to school for was nursing. So completely different. It was the Ryerson University Registered Nursing Program. I had a blast. I was able to work as a nurse for over 10 years. I really enjoyed my path that way, but I've always been into beauty, like always. But in true stability fashion, I chose, the path that I really did love. I really did enjoy my time doing nursing, and I still do, but it's not my primary path right now. My primary focus and passion would have to be beauty, and I really always wanted to grow on social media, but I always was super awkward, to be honest with you, and I was really scared, to be perfectly honest, just simply because people can be cruel. I've always been plus size. I've always been a little sort of unsure of myself. I would say I probably came into my own in my late 20s. So I actually started on social media, starting with Boxycharm sneak peek on Instagram, and I never really showed my face initially. It was always sort of like a makeup spoiler, trend mood, but makeup Boxycharm sort of vibe. And that was a lot of fun, but also I felt like I wasn't really showing my growth as an artist, and that's really what I wanted to showcase. So with that came the birth of Glam with Suzanne, and I actually started that because the Boxycharm sneak peek page was hacked, so I was kind of forced to have a secondary page. But with that being pushed into that, I think was the biggest blessing, because it allowed me to showcase what I'm actually really capable of doing, which is just the artistry and not necessarily all things Boxycharm, but all of makeup and all of that goodness. So that came the birth of Glam with Suzanne, and I started that around, I would say, 28, and actually as of February 9th, depending on when you're seeing this, was my birthday, I've turned 34. So I'm really excited about the journey that I've had. It's a little later than some of the other people on social media, which is why I always say, don't ever stop dreaming and getting started as early as you can. Even if you think you're too old, even if you think you're too young, whatever the case may be, get started. I got started with an iPhone and a ring light from Amazon, and that was it. I didn't really have budget to have equipment and microphones and lighting and all of this stuff. So just get started. I assure you, you're going to thank yourself later. I will tell you this though, the growth on Instagram is really challenging. It is a really crowded space. but I would really just go into it with the thought process of loving what you do and showing your artwork, and not necessarily caring about the likes, views, and follows, which is really hard to do. I'm gonna be very honest. It's very, very challenging to do because honestly, it's really hard not to compare yourself in the beauty space and question your skill set and question what you bring to the table. But I will tell you that you will bring something unique that someone else can't offer. And it might take a while for people to see that, but eventually it happens. So for me, my biggest growth would have to be, I would say the Instagram to YouTube transition was hard because I'm so awkward on camera and may not come like that right now. That's through the courtesy of editing. But it's hard for me to speak in an empty room to myself. That thing will always be weird for me. However, I do think that that was a big growth period for me, but I will say the largest following growth and sort of growth as in my career on social media would have to be on TikTok. I know. I always swore up and down for people who've been following my journey here. I was like, not anti-TikTok, but I was like, not another platform. Like, I can't do this again. It's a lot of work and a lot of dedication to create content for 3 different platforms. But I will say that growing on TikTok supported the growth on YouTube and supported the growth on Instagram and pretty much supported every other thing that I was about to do in my career. So I would highly recommend that if you are getting into social media, that you start in TikTok, just simply because the algorithm allows anybody to go viral. There's a lot of opportunity there. You don't have to have a big following. I've seen creators at like a few hundred go into the millions of views. So anybody and everyone has an opportunity, and I love that fair playing field. So I would highly recommend that you start there. For me, my posting cadence is usually daily, which I know is hard, but I do recommend trying to do something daily, especially for 5 days of the week from like Monday to Friday, if you can. I do have a full-time job. I've always have since the very time I've started. So I would highly recommend that you do like these film days where I do a batch filming, which means that one day I will sit down and film like 5 to 6 videos, and that will usually help me through the week. And then I could just edit them throughout the week, especially when I don't have the time to film on the weekday because I'm tired from my job or just don't have the energy to do so. If you do that batch filming every week, once a week, which is usually like on a Saturday or Sunday for me, then I can edit throughout the week, and that gives me a little bit of time to be able to also schedule and structure my week. It also lets me plan just because I have a lot of commitments to my job, to my own platform, so it's a lot. It can be a lot. But the really biggest thing here is just to get started. In the beginning, I did not post every single day. I would usually just give myself 2 to 3 times a week and sort of build up that confidence and build up that, ability to push out content, because you don't really have that in the beginning. But just get started, even if it's once a week. Just build a cadence that you're able to stick to, which is usually weekly. Some people it's bi-weekly. For me right now, it's every day, but do what you feel comfortable with and just stick to it. And you will notice that you will see some growth there. Now, another question that I'm asked quite often is, when do you know when to post? So there is this thing where you could take a look at different websites. I will leave a link in the description box somewhere. I was gonna say on the screen, but I'll leave it in the description, where you could check where the most popular posting times are for the year. And I do like that because it does give you an idea as to when audiences are really on these platforms. But for me, I usually try to post around like a lunch hour, and then in the evening when people come home from work. That's sort of what I usually try to do. But again, it really just depends on what suits you. And I'll be sure to leave some information as to where you can check down below. Another thing that I would highly recommend as far as right now in the beauty space and what's sort of trending and things that you can really be able to maximize on is, a lot of people like close-up macro shots of you applying your makeup, something that's really oddly satisfying, something that's bright in color, like a quick tip, trick, or hack. These are the types of things that I find that have performed the best for me, and I would totally recommend that you try them out because I have seen them do wonders for a lot of different creators out there. It is the most consumable just because it's short, and people's attention spans lately are just not there. So I usually try to keep my videos between 15 to 30 seconds, and that way there's not like this really long, commitment from the watcher to have to sit there and watch the videos. So I do see that short form content does really, really win on these specific platforms. Now, those are all the tips and tricks that I know of that have worked really well for me in my career, but I would love to learn from you guys. I know that there's a lot of people here that watch me that are beauty creators of their own, so let's go ahead and start a conversation in the description box. Let me know the tips and tricks that have worked for you. I will be sure to add mine as I start to see different things that I think are working for me. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video of this little hair install featuring Mslynn HAIR and all her gorgeousness, and the tips and tricks for social media and how I've been able to grow my career as a Mslynn career lady. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and also if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer them in the comment section and provide you any help that you're looking for. I love you guys all for watching, and if you are interested in checking out Mslynn, all the details will be in the description box below. All the best, babes. Bye-bye.